Check, check, check. What is up, everybody? Welcome in. Look at these two DC-3s getting ready to sneak out of here. Let's go. Welcome into a Saturday edition of Tour de Americas, leg number 6. Do apologize for the funky scheduling situation. Was going to stream yesterday. It was 75 to 78 degrees, 0 wind. I had to go fishing, y'all. I hit the lake. I was having some fun. Today I want to do A350. But I picked up a trip tomorrow, so I was like, well, I don't want to do A350 today because we got to do Tour de Americas, and then I was going to do an F28 stream, but the Sim Update 1 might have kind of messed my install on the just kind of the test version, the beta version, so I was trying to reinstall that, and I just Alt F4'd everything. I said, screw it. We got time for one stream. Tour de Americas, Barry Seal coming at you from DLS Portland. We got Seattle Center online. We're going to be talking to them on our way down to Eureka, California, where we are going to install a Garmin device. Now, which Garmin is it going to be? I'm not sure. We'll have to put a poll up on this one. I think we already voted once, but I don't know if I want to. I learned something, so I'll let you know the information that I've learned, and then we'll go from there. But yeah, Eureka, KEKA. We don't talk about KEKA. It's a secret airport. If you've never flown in there, you're going to like it. It's a pretty neat little airport tucked away. I used to fly freight in there. One of my first freight routes that I ever did was going up to KEKA from Oakland. So should be a fun one. We got an hour 50 en route at 75% power. We're going to try to take advantage of a little bit more power, take advantage of a little bit of a tailwind, might shave a couple of minutes off that one, get it down to about an hour 30. But nevertheless, it should be a fun flight going up to 24, maybe step climb to 28,000 feet. Oh yeah. Who's ready to get this show on the road? Max, good to see you. Daniel's in the house. Zach Lewine is here. VFD, good to see my friend. Scott is here. Raymond in the house. Harish, Brad Ward, Herman, Operator, Dirt, Digital, Merc, Flight USMC joining the flight today. Fantastic, man. I did see your livery. It looks pretty awesome, man. It looks pretty awesome. So, all right, we are in. Let's go ahead and do a little pre-flight, shall we? A little Barry Seal pre-flight situation. So here's our bird. We still have our two flags on here, looking good, right? We've got America and Canada. Probably going to be flying through the US of A here for a little while until we hit Mexico. After KEKA, we might, I don't know if we're going to go east or if we're going to continue just straight south down through the Baja. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what we're going to do, but we got to stretch the legs on this bird a little bit or it's going to take forever. Whoa, looks like we got a C-160 Transall over there. That must be AJ Funari. We got a purple bird. What's that? We got a purple TBM over there, a couple more Dukes over there. Man, looking absolutely fantastic. DLS is popping. So let's hop into the aircraft here, and I will show you what we have added. I added 75 gallons of fuel to each side, which was $598 at the current rate of $6.50 a gallon here at DLS Airport. So we are already like $600 in on just fuel alone. That puts us at $900 on board. We needed $818 with our alternate. Same payload as before. Left and right engines are looking good. Failures are still at 2x. We are taking good care of our aircraft. So we'll go ahead and hide that. Jeremy Harvey, good to see you, my friend. Hope you're doing well. Go ahead and close the nose door there. Let's go ahead and close this one up. This livery is really cool. Yeah, ASIM, this is my favorite livery of all time. Custom livery from Whiskey Throttle. Just a secret livery for myself here in the Tour de Americas. I also love it on the Turbine Duke. Oh, there goes the DC-3. Let's watch his takeoff. Let's see if he doesn't ground loop it. Fubar, good to see you, man. How you doing, man? Bearded Aviator in the house. What's up? So stoked to caught this live for leg 6. Should be a good one, man. It looks like the DC-3s are already, there's our negative rotation there. And is he going to get up? 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 Uh-oh. Ooh, there he goes. Looking good. I wish I had, if I install the DC-3, well, I have the DC-3. I wish I could, maybe I should change it to allow like proper DC-3 sounds. Sucking the gear up, looking good. I don't know. I feel like I need to work on my DC-3 model matching to make it exact. Maybe get the same rem there. So Risky Throttle dropped a Radial Engine Mafia DC-3 livery as well, which is pretty sweet. It's in the Discord if you want to check it out and fly along. So, all right, we got that closed up. Let's pull the chocks and covers, and then we got to look at a couple other things here. Wheel chocks, pitot covers, engine covers are removed. And before we fire it up, we'll take a quick look at our flight plan today. Got us preloaded. Leaving the Dulles Airport here, we're going to go southbound direct to DSD VOR. Then we're going to track Victor 595 to OED, and then we're going to come coastline to Crescent City and then down south. Now, right now, this is operated under Seattle Center, so I think we're going to have to give them a call here prior to departure, unless we depart VFR and then just call them for our IFR clearance once airborne, which we might do. That way we can just do a VFR takeoff, and then we'll request a VFR clearance once we get airborne, because there is a standard instrument departure procedure that requires us to go back to VOR and circle. I think I want to take off and just kind of fly maybe down this valley here. It doesn't look like there's too much crazy terrain as long as we stay in this valley as we climb out, and then give ATC a call for a pop-up IFR, which we already filed, so I don't need a pop-up. It's just already filed. We'll just pick it up en route. So that is the plan today. Well, looks like we'll blast off of runway 7 here. If I look at my taxi charts, winds are calm right now, so yeah, we'll blast off of 7, 4,600 feet. Probably do a flaps 1 takeoff just because we are flaps 1, 46. I mean, it should be plenty of runway, but let's go flaps 1 just because we're kind of heavy, and I don't know. I feel like unless I have 5, well, that doesn't matter. We could definitely do it without flaps. Let's do flaps takeoff on this one. I did a flaps takeoff in the turbine Duke, and I really enjoyed it. It felt like it was a little bit easier transition on the rotation. So we'll bring up the cams here so you can follow along. Vaughn, you're juiced. I'm juiced as well, my friend. I'm juiced as well. Let's go ahead and remove the throttle control stop. That looks good. Let's get the battery switch on. We'll go ahead and hide the yoke momentarily. I got all these extra light switches. I'm going to turn those off. Let's get the beacon and nav light on. Outside air temp, it's a pretty nice day. It's kind of chilly, though. It's sitting right about 50 degrees Fahrenheit, right? So it's 46, a little lower than that, 46 degrees. We don't need too much of a crazy warm-up, but let's get this thing fired up, warmed up, and ready to go. We'll be idle forward and cut off on the Quadrant. That looks good. Nav beacon is on. We'll get pre-oiler right going. As I look through the cabin, we'll come back to this. Fuel selectors are on. Trims are neutral. Pre-oil on the left. And we'll go pre-oiler on the, pre-oiler right, pre-oiler left. Let me turn up the sounds a little bit. You can see we are running at 9 and 8. So I have noticed sometimes a subsequent flight, my hobs are messed up. So what I've been doing now is I've taken a screenshot of our fuel load and the hobs hours, and then I can adjust those in the notepad on the subsequent load. And I think something might just be tripping that with 2024. But everything is loaded up. We're pre-oil. Let's go ahead and get the fuel boost pumps on. We'll do a prime here. Let's get them up. 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004. That should be good. Idle, idle. Let's go ahead and turn both of those boost pumps off. We'll crack the throttles. Just crack the mixture just ever so slightly there. And clear prop. Let's go ahead and start engine number 2. Right, left, both. Here we go. Oh yeah, nice easy startup. Bring you back down to 1,000, pull that mixture back. Nabil, I just ran out of time. I think I need to do a reinstall. Ooh, that one started right up too. Much easier when it's 50 degrees outside instead of minus 50 or whatever it was in Alaska. All right, we'll close up that right now. It's a little bit loud. All right, we got 2 good starts. Those are coming back. Let's get generators online, inverter, master avionics. Kind of work through our cross-cabin flow here. We'll turn on our Garmin transponder. Our initial cruise altitude is flight level 240. Now, Bill, I'm juiced about the F-28, man. So I was flying it in the first version that Just Flight gave me, and then after Sim Update 1, 2 things happened at the same time. Sim Update 1 dropped, and then they also had an update. And I did both at the same time, and I think it might have caused an issue because like I can load in, but it kind of hangs in the loading process. So what I think I need to do is just uninstall it and then just do one free install now that I have Sim Update 1 fully updated. I think that's all that's going to be that's all I need to do. But we'll go ahead and set our cruise altitude here, 240, 22.8. Is there a CTAF? Dot CTAF for dolls. No. Alright, so we are on 22.8. Let me make sure my push to talk works. And radio check 22.8. All right, we are up and running 5x5. We'll call, I'll put a frequency here in the standby. We're going to call Seattle Center Airborne 3545. 3545. While everything warms up here, we'll just go auto heat right now. We'll leave it in auto mode because it's not crazy hot. We'll see how warm that gets us. Cylinder head temps, let's go ahead and close them half here, help us warm up a little bit. Alright, that should be about good. Let's take a look now at our route of flight. So DLS to DSD Vortac, it's going to be a frequency of 1176. After the DSD Vortac, we're going to Oscar Echo Delta Rogue Valley. That'll be 13.6. And we'll put that active nav 2. Beautiful day out here on the west coast. Mickey G, what's going on, my man? After OED, it's going to be Crescent City 109.0. 109.0 is set, and then from there we'll be finding our way along. Now what I should do is probably put IFR load charts in here so we can see, or actually I think we're on an IFR high flight plan because we're going to be technically above 24,000 feet, right? Oh no, that's IFR low. We're following IFR low route though. After DSD, it's going to be track of 595 or Victor 595, which is 196. So I guess I can put 196 on here as a reminder. 180, 195, 196 is set. That looks good. Initial heading going out there is probably going to be around 165 on our main CDI. Leave it like so. And we're going to be blasting off runway 7. 07 is set. Tap on the glass, we'll zero out the rad out mins. We don't need those right now. My Microsoft 24 is still crashing often. Oh, say Toga. That's not good, my man. I wonder what's happening there. You have any additional add-ons or anything? I'm not sure what that could be a cause of. Alright, they're going to warm up quick, so let's go ahead and pull these full open now. Just reminiscing here on my 2020 days. Not good. Yeah, man. 2020 is dead to me. I hope the AMD card is serving you well, Mickey G. Alright, cow flaps are open. Everything is running. Let's go make our way over to runway 7. Dulles traffic, 7 Bravo Sierra taxi runway 7 for a full run up. Dulles traffic. We'll get our electric pitch trim on. We'll go flaps to takeoff, although not required. And let's get rolling here. Steering is working. That's beautiful. Get settled in for a nice GA flight this evening. Random question, how do I get lossless scaling to work with a Fenix? I've never used lossless scaling, my man. I'm sorry, I'm the wrong person to ask. That'd be a great question to ask for a Q8 pilot. That'd be a great question for Mr. Q8. Eastern T3, what's up, my man? Welcome in. We'll kind of offset here to the left. That looks good. Bearded Aviator, I agree, man. Some people were saying, I believe Zippy was saying that he actually just doesn't even like the way the Duke looks. I was like, are you crazy? How do you not like the way the Duke looks, dude? The Duke is sexy. Sexy looking airplane. All right, looks like a couple other Dukes are making their way this way, so let's go ahead and do our run up here. We'll go ahead and get the taxi light off. Let's go mixtures full rich. We're going to run these up here about 1800. Check our engine instruments. Barely touching the green, but we're getting close. Let's bring it up to 1800. 1800 RPM is set. Let's go prop cycle. And number 2. And we'll just do 2 cycles since it's only 50 degrees outside. All right, 1800 looks good. Instrument air is in the green. Let's run a surface 1 cycle de-ice. Loop pressure's up in the green. We got ribs on the left, ribs on the right. Anti-ice checks are good. Cabin pressurization is set. I forget how to do the test. I should start practicing that test function. Everything else is in the green, 1, 2, and 3. That looks good. Let's go ahead and bring you back down. Let's do a couple ice checks. We'll go windshield heat is on. That checks. Volts and amps on the left. They are jumping. Left and right pitot heats. They're jumping over here. Remember, we did have a failure of our heating system in the turbine Duke. We caught it. So we need to do a ground heat test. So what we do is prop heat and then press the ground button. There's our prop amps jumping up. So that looks good. Beautiful. All right, so prop heats are working. I don't think we're going to need to use those, but that's when I need to start doing that, because that actually was in op on our turbine Duke just randomly, and had we have not discovered that, we were flying into icing conditions. Not very good, but right now I think we're pretty much going to be clear of all icing conditions for quite some time. All right, one last check. Everything is good. Pressurization is set and in normal position. Rudders are neutral. Electric pitch trim is on. Let's go ahead and go beacon recog, nav strobe. Landing lights are on. And let's get ready to line up. Dulles traffic, 7 Bravo Sierra, and depart runway 07 out to the south. Dulles traffic. Oh, I totally forgot the mag check. Goodness, how did I forget the mag check? Let's do a mag check real quick. Let's just come up here 1500. There's a drop of both. Back to the right, both. I'm over here thinking I was flying the turbine Duke. Yeah, thank you. All right, both mags are checked. That's good. Wonderful. All right, runway 07 is set and bugged. We're going to be making a right turn now in VFR. We'll call Seattle 3545 when airborne. Right now we're squawking 1200. We'll go ahead and squawk altitude. Vega, what is the purpose of doing multiple prop cycles? So Vega, you do a prop cycle depending on, you do how many, depends on the outside air temperature, but what we're trying to do is get that nice warm aisle into the hub and cycle the cold oil out. That way if we have an engine failure at the most critical phase on takeoff, everything will function smoothly and it's been verified to work. So you're checking multiple things with it. Checking the function of the feathering of the prop lever, and then you're also getting that new warm oil in there to make one smooth transition should that engine fail on departure. All right, somebody just blasted off on the crossing runway. Let's get out of here. Lights are on, everything looks good. Fuel boost pumps are coming on. Let's go. Let's go to Eureka. My taxi light on? Yeah, it's on. Just barely can't see it in the daytime here. Engine instruments are all in the green. Speedband. What's up, Hayden? Good to see you, man. Jeremy, because if it's colder, it's going to take more cycles. Because you're going to have, the oil is going to be colder. So the colder the oil, the more times you want to move that oil through the system. Because if it's a warm day and you just, as soon as you start engines, that oil's going to warm faster. All right, here we go. Barry's in chat. Our window's closed, right? Yeah, window's closed. Let's go. Get the power up. Turbos are spooled. On the governor, set power. Power set. Airspeed's alive. Eight knots. Rotate. Oh yeah, she's a little bit much more smooth with the flaps set. Comes up a little bit earlier. Flaps are coming up. Pitching for blue line. Good performance today. Good performance today. 2,000 feet a minute. All right, here comes 1,000 feet. We'll lower the nose. Start a right-hand turn. Let's come back 39. Get it off the governor there. We're looking good. We'll go ahead and turn the sim sounds down because that is pretty loud. Goodness. Turn it down a little bit. We'll still leave it in loud mode because we're in the takeoff phase. Trimmed out for 140. Flaps are up. Fuel pumps are coming off. One at a time. 1, 2. That's up. Pressurization is working. Conflicting binding there, causing issues for sure. I don't even like those switches up there on the Bravo because they're in front of my mixture, so I like bump in the mixters. I bump the mixtures every time. Over here. Oh yeah. Is that, I don't know, this is all default, man. Look at that, all default. Beautiful little area here in Oregon. A little bit bumpy today. What's going on with that? Dolls traffic, 7 Bravo here. We're at a 3,600. Last call. Dolls. Let's center up our needle here. Go ahead and call. I'll get the autopilot on a little bit early because we're going to be talking ATC here. It'll just be easier to relieve some of our workload. Now we don't have to talk to anybody until we hit 18,000, or prior to 18,000 feet. But everything looks good. We're trimmed out. So hand the airplane a trimmed airplane. She'll hand you a trimmed airplane back. We're going to keep it at attitude heading mode here until we get this course line dialed in. Still a little ways out here. Our DME1 is showing 78 miles. Tap on that glass a little bit. At a 5,000 feet, let's crack the mixture just a hair. Sync up the props. Props are looking good. All right. Fuel is good. And how's our temps? Everything, your temps are good. We'll just make sure those are open. We're not going to cheat and use the iPad, but I couldn't remember if I closed them half or not. Everything looks like it's in the green though. 74 degrees in the cabin here. If you love Oregon, you need to take a flight to a small airport I've flown to off the river. 504 Toledo State. Interesting, Thomas, right? I'd have to check it out. Man, last time I was up in Portland on my last trip, I wanted to see Mount Rainier. Is that Mount Rainier, right? And I couldn't see it. It was covered up with clouds on the arrival and the departure. So the next best thing is looking at it in flight sim. Should pitot heat be on? Nah. No need for any heats right now. No clouds, beautiful. Mount Hood, there we go. I never know what Mount Hood, Shasta, Rainier, they all the same thing. All right, let's call up Seattle Center 3545. Let's put on our ANR headsets. ANR headsets are on. And we'll call Seattle Center 3545. How's the airplane doing? We'll lower that nose just a little bit. Run that up 39. Oh, they've been climbing so steeply here. Lower that. Seattle Center, good afternoon. November 357 Bravo Sierra, just off of Kilo Delta Lima Sierra, about 10 miles south. I'd like to pick up IFR clearance to Eureka. Tell me my mic is working.
357 Bravo Sierra Seattle Center Squawks 4663.
4663, so Bravo Sierra. Well, he sounds like...
193 right at contact position as reported. Welcome.
Sounds like he needs coffee. I'm going to turn up the audio. Somebody buy this man a cafe con leche out there. Working Seattle Center today.
Three 5 Bravo Sierra radar contact 70 miles north of Redmond. I'll give you your airplanes in 30 seconds.
Alright, we're going to Redmond, that's the one, yep.
Number 357 Bravo Sierra, your code area via direct to shoots VOR, then as filed, maintaining level 240.
Direct to what VOR? Alright, can you repeat that VOR for 7 Bravo Sierra?
From number 357 Bravo Sierra, it'll be the Deschutes VOR Delta Sierra Delta.
Oh. Okay, cleared Deschutes VOR flight plan route for November 357 Bravo Sierra, thanks. Confused me. It's Deschutes Redmond. I guess old one is Redmond, Deschutes, Throttletek. Cool. That's us. We're going there now. We're at a 10,000 feet. We'll lower the nose even further. Crack that mixture just a little bit back. Lower that nose a little bit. Let's go for speed on this one. Now that we got a pretty stable CDI line, I'm going to probably throw it in nav mode here. That looks good. Let's go ahead and activate nav. Attitude nav is engaged up to 24 thou. That seems like an aggressive correction there, Mr. Duke. Well, maybe I shouldn't have went. Maybe I shouldn't have went autopilot on just yet, or autopilot nav rather. I probably should have stayed in heading mode. But no way it's that big of a crosswind, is there? Sure would be nice if we had a GPS.
Good morning, Alaska 424, 8,400 for 15,000.
Alright, I gotta put a poll in chat.
Alaska 424, Seattle Center low, climate change level 330.
330, Alaska 424.
So we have to decide what GPS we're going to install. So we can use the... That's the wrong iPad. Stuttered when I opened that up. Let's see. So we can use KLN90. KLN90B.
Can we climb maintain flight level 140?
KNS80.
Sorry, not 140, 410.
Or we can do 530.
Alright, we'll climb
430.
410, Matt Fox 17.
Stack. GNS 530 and 430. Or we could do only a 430. The problem with only doing a GPS at 430, we cannot use it.
Number 7 Delta Lima,
we cannot use the autopilot to track it. That's the problem. So I don't know if I want to do that one even as an option. I think we can do just a 530, right? I think we're going to do a single 530.
Roger.
Yeah, I think
single Garmin 530. Or
Canadian 233, Seattle Center, hello.
There we go. The poll is in the chat. No, we're not doing dual 750s. So, yeah, we can do a 530 only. We're not doing 650 or 750. It's either going to be one of those options. The only reason I'm not doing a 430 only option is because if you only run a 430 in the secondary, then there's no way to use the autopilot on that Garmin. It will only track the KNS-80 because the KNS-80 shows as primary, and the autopilot will only be able to track primary nav. It won't track secondary nav. So that's the only reason we can't do a single 430. Because trust me, if I wish I could do just a single 430. But it's kind of pointless to have it and then not be able to use it with autopilot. Now, before you vote no GPS, just be mindful. Like I really want to take this airplane. We're not going to go to any major airport hubs except maybe LAX because that would be kind of funny. But I want to try to keep it from going to airliner airports. So we'll let that pole marinate. The 530-430 stack is what we used on the turbine Duke yesterday, which was it's no slouch of a unit, man. It is pretty dang good. That is for sure. All right, we're still looking good. Still doing 1,500 feet a minute. Climbing on out. What happened? Why did Flick screw you, Steven? Oh, that's so cool. Sim Update 1 is great. Made my sim a lot better without pesky CTD. Eric, that's awesome news, my man. Glad to hear it. I'm showing a 32 headwind, 32 knot headwind right to left. Uh-oh, flight sim guy. I'm going to have to, once we get our TAS up, we'll be able to track. Actually, we can see our ground speed right now because we got DME1, right? Right now we're doing 152 ground speed. So yeah, we're fighting some sort of a wind. We're definitely not getting much of a tailwind, that's for sure. How did he break it, Stephen? 750, it's tax season. We'll complain about being broke later. Speaking of, trying to finish taxes.
Seattle Center, Skyline 7 deadly flight to start progressing east.
Fly LA special VFR. Russ, that or I think it would be kind of fun. Like, is there an event in LA like anytime soon? How fun would it be to take in a bunch of radials and pistons into LAX? I think we have to go. I think we have to go into LAX. I think that'll be the only airliner airport. Imagine going into LAX or departing there on the next leg when there's 350s and 380s everywhere. We'll look so tiny. Do we need to submit like special paperwork with LA Tower? I think that would be pretty fun. The Duke decided to do a flyby right in front of the thing, and apparently 2020 has wake turbulence, which broke the autopilot. Yeah, it does have wake turbulence. 2024 is even better, Steven. You should try it.
7 Delta Lima, you can expect a visual approach runway 12.
Visual 12, 7 Delta.
Saturday the 15th. Hey.
Delta 7, you're leaving airspace to
now
the west.
The problem is they may
service terminated, frequency change approved. Take care.
They may just tell us to hold outside. I don't know if we file IFR. I don't see why not.
Airspace to the west, San Francisco radio offline, squawk 2000, radar service terminated, frequency change approved. Take care.
All right, as we go through 20,000 feet, let's verify everything here. Cabin is still climbing. We're looking good. Engine instruments are all in the green. Wonderful. Cabin temp 68 degrees. Just a hair cold. Let's crack it up just a little bit more. How do you do RNAV with these avionics? I know how to use VORs, but not RNAVs. Well, Shakovic, the way we have it set up right now, you wouldn't be able to do a true RNAV approach.
Yeah, good afternoon, November 254 Delta Kilo.
There's the menace himself.
500.
But Shakovic, that's why in Eureka, this destination is where we're planning to install a true Garmin device, and then we could do full Garmin approaches, or RNAV approaches. I think
Number 907, Mike Tango, squawk 7433,
you might be able to do like modified RNAV approach if you had a VOR nearby, but this would not be approved for like RNAV approach, GPS approach, because this is not, I should be careful with my phraseology. This did not suffice for a GPS approach.
And Seattle Center.
Nope. No auto FPS to do.
Show moment 12 close.
Run the power up here a little bit. Now we're getting ready to go through our superchargers. A supercharger. A turbocharger. Critical altitudes coming up. Nope, not running auto FPS, man. I'm just running ultra textures and pretty much everything on ultra and high. Sim update 1. Juice.
Number 907, Mike Tango, no flex on no pile. If you just want
super
to
turbocharger. So we actually, my buddy, when we were growing up, we were like doing all kinds of crazy stuff to our Mustangs. And there was one but it had it was like a Hellraiser kit, I think they called it. It was a twin turbo into a
254 Delta
supercharger.
Kilo radar contact 40 miles
Wow.
north of Redmond, Euclidearica by direct to chutes VOR as filed.
Lower the nose a little bit here. Starting to pick up some chop at a 22. If it doesn't smooth out,
Clear to
we
destination.
might either
Details
go
followed
back
by the
down
details
or
of 254
try to
Delta
request climb and get up a little bit higher. See that manifold's dropping off. Keep juicing it up. Oh, there we go. We're maxed out. We've passed our supercharger critical altitude. 1,000 feet to level off, and then we'll do a full lean here. Let me get my charts. My power performance. Takeoff full power, max continuous power. Max continuous, climb on standard day. Where's my, I guess 75%. Maximum continuous. At 25 would be 34 full prop. Looking at 262 TAS. Man, that's crazy. So at 25,000 feet, the big difference here between the Grand Duke and the Stock Duke, true airspeed, a difference of 22 knots. That'll add up. 239 versus 262. We're going to try to get close to that 260 mark on this one here.
Seattle Center, good day, Delta 1094, 15,000 inbound Toga.
What's up, man? No, it wasn't planned, dude. I was trying to do a bunch of other things today, and I just couldn't do anything, and then I just got frustrated, so I said, screw it.
Delta 1094 Seattle Center, thanks. Comment in for level 200, that'll be your final.
It's going to be bumpy here at 24,000 feet,
Altitude
though.
200 as the final altitude, Delta 1094.
All right, let's go ahead and close them up. Let's see. Barry doesn't use no charts. No charts, just power setting recommendations. We're not about to gift a membership for every time you had to revive me at Delta Force. Dude, that was wild, man. Dude, that was so much fun. All right, we're leveled off at 24,000 feet. Let's go ahead and do a lean for peak. Here we go. Let's go ahead and set power set. We're going to run at 35. Props are going to come back. It's not me, is it?
Seattle Center, November 1775, golf, radio check.
Wait, is that guy hot micing and listening to my stream? Wignut dropping the 10 gifted subs, my man. Wignut, appreciate you, man. Dropping 10 gifted subs to the channel. If you pick one up from Wignut, make sure you shout them out and say thank you.
Another day at the office.
Hot mic. Yeah, someone's watching the stream. Whoever's watching the stream, you're hot mic on Seattle Center. I can hear myself through the guy's hot mic. All right, here we go.
Seattle Center, November 1775, golf.
I think it's
At
1775 golf.
100,000 feet, or flight level 210, requesting clearance to Eureka.
I think 1775 golf is hot mic. Remember 1775 golf. You're hot miking. Alright, well.
Seattle Center, November 1775, golf, radio check.
November 1775 golf. Check your mic. You're hot miking.
1775, golf, radio check.
Done. I'm gonna kill V-Pilot for a minute. Anyway, let me get back to the chat. So, Wignut, thanks again, man, for the massive 10 gifted subs. Had so much fun flying Delta Force Blackhawk down with Wignut the other night. We added a run and gun channel to the Discord, so if that's your jam, you may see us down there. Feel free to join and join the mayhem. Just remember, what happens in the run and gun channel stays in the run and gun channel. And if you play with Wignut, make sure you bring extra med kits, because literally the dude died on the same hallway, no exaggeration, probably 17 times. Literally, that's not an exaggeration. I said, do not go down that area. 17 times in a row. George, thank you for the 10 gifted subs as well, my man. I appreciate you. Drop into the 10 gifted subs to the channel. If you pick one up from George, make sure you shout him out and say thank you as well, dude. George, thank you. Very, very kind. Very kind, both of you, dropping those subs. 20. Always special to get new subs on a Barry Seal Tour de America stream. It was 10. You only had 10 med kits. Yeah, I used all of them almost 2 separate rounds. It's getting cold in here. Hopefully Force Raptor's not in the chat. Let's go ahead and bring out some pressurization here. That's going to be a little bit too much. Let's bring that back a little bit. We'll go manual heat now. Blowers on high. We'll circulate some air. That all looks good. Now that we are, power is set, EGTs are set. We're on the lean side of it. Fuel flows are good. Power is set. Let's get a task check. Right now, up here, it is minus 30C. Makes it easy, minus 30C. And we'll scroll in 24 in here. Scroll in 24 up to the negative 30 mark, and then we'll get a good task, and we'll check out, see where we are. I was hoping we'd get 260 plus. Oh yeah, we're cooking with gas now. It's because we're running more than what we're supposed to be. All right, there's 24 inches, or excuse me, 24,000 feet at minus 30. We're actually getting 280 on the TAS. We are cooking. That would have to do probably with the headwind, right? No, that doesn't include. All right, what's TAS again? I forget. Let me see. 25,000, 34 inches. 2750, 133 fuel flow. Yeah, we're running it way hotter. We should be leaned out a little bit more. I mean, Rich did a little bit too much. Let's go ahead and let's lean it out a little bit more. Let's cut some of that fuel flow down. There we go. Reset you. That looks a little bit better. And we're also going 2 inches faster than normal. Ground speed of 250. I'll take it though. Long flight, slow. All right, power is set. I think 7 Golf is finally hot mic, or is he done?
Fox 8 arrival. We got
I think he's done.
descend from the other center.
Delta 1094, thanks. Contact Seattle approach 125.6.
He's probably in the
Approach
Comanche.
125.6 Delta 1094.
That's probably Luke in the Comanche, hot mic. All right, now we chill. Look at that. We're getting good speed. We're going for speed today, y'all. We are going for speed.
Canadian 233, descend to pass discretion, maintain level 240.
Pro tip, never try to order an Uber in a small town between 3 and 5 on a Friday. Walked home from physical therapy a mile and a half yesterday. Lesson learned. Ooh. Lesson learned now. Man, Uber doesn't even come up to my town.
Number 907, Mike Tango, still no flight plan on files for me.
Drew Smith. My man, I missed it. Dropped 10
number 907, Mike
gifted
Tango, radar
memberships
contact
as well. Drew,
1
thank you so
Redmond,
much, man, for
maintain
10
VFR.
additional members to the channel. 30 new Barry Seal Day Americas, Tour Day Americas members. Absolutely fantastic. Thank you, Drew. Let's go full screen cam here. So how's everybody liking Sim Update 1? Are we all flying Sim Update 1? Everybody happy with it? 15-1, do we have Nav 2 yet? We don't have Nav 2 yet. Our course was 196 off of our first VOR, so it should be a slight right turn. We got a little bit of a crosswind here, you can see that. So 196 here in about 14 miles, 3 minutes, we're going to make the turn.
2750.
So far, so good for Sim Update 1. Yeah, so far, so good, man. Performance is great. Ever since I got on the beta, I was like, man, I wish I had the beta installed earlier.
Up to 350.
I mean, look at that. Oh, my textures are blurry. We're at 24,000 feet. That looks amazing. I can even see trees almost down there already. I mean, that looks real
Number
life.
7 Delta Lima, runway 21 left clear.
Random question, Whataburger a Texas thing, and if so, do you like it? It's definitely a Texas thing. It's okay, Jeremy. I'm an outlier where we had this debate on the last stream when Miss V1 was here. I like In-N-Out Burger over Whataburger. Whataburger in like the early 2000s was okay. After, like, well, especially after COVID, but like 2015, I feel like Whataburger just kind of tanked. And then I can't remember when the Texas company sold it. It's now owned by someone in Chicago. So I've boycotted it altogether. Sim Update 1 messed things up for me? Really, Mateus? That's not good. Whataburger honey butter chicken is pretty fire when you're drunk. You know what I do like from Whataburger is the that barbecue chicken strip sandwich on Texas toast.
To the South Oakland Center offline radar service terminated. Frequency change approved.
Okay, we're going to calm down. We'll have to 115. Get it.
Sounds at 452.
All right, 8 miles out. I'm going to go ahead and
terminated. Frequency change approved.
Select heading mode here. We get ready to make the turn. Be course 196 outbound. So I'll actually set that up. That's 170, 180, 196 is what we're looking to join. Have a little bit of slant range air here. Fuel flow 150, 60, 70, 80, 90. So 150, we're doing 170 pounds per hour. So 170, let's do a little math check here. Just make sure we have enough gas for this flight, because it looked pretty low. Normally we have close to 1,000. This time we only had 890. So we're doing 170 on the side times 2. Okay, that's 340 times 2 hours is 680 pounds. Divided by 6.5 pounds per gallon, 104 gallons. And we are sitting at, what is that, 110 gallons? Perfect. So we got about a 2-hour endurance on board, which is at this power setting, and we're pushing it. So we are looking good. Mental math. The tenders with jalapeno ranch. Oh, that's a good one, Mickey G. So, Mickey G, dude, I'm not gonna lie, man. It's kind of lonely being all out here in the middle of the country. You're no longer around up there. I thought I had Mickey G just across the border. You're all gone, man. Sad. Oklahoma's dead to me. Well, not really. I was actually looking at properties. There's some really nice ranches up there by like Durant that are for sale. But still, I want something a little bit closer. We're actually looking at properties up there, way cheaper than Texas properties. All right, here's a 2 from flip. Let's go ahead and start a little bit turn to the right. Now we had a right crosswind,
Number 254 Delta Kilo, contact
so we
Seattle,
could
12
expect
7.55.
even
Have a
further
great flight.
right here probably for this course line. So let's make the turn to the right. We'll set up
Number
a little
357 Bravo Sierra, contact Seattle Center 127.55. Take care.
2755, 7 Bravo Sierra. Have a good day.
Number 907 Mike Tank.
Set up an intercept here. Seattle Center, good afternoon. November 357 Bravo Sierra, level 240.
Number 357 Bravo Sierra, Seattle Center, roger.
The smokes from the smoker blowing into the house smells good. Oh, Bo, that's my favorite, dude. You know what? Dang it, Bo, I should have smoked that. I should have done smoke. I should have smoked out some ribs or something tonight. You know what? It
November
may not be too
907
late.
Mike Tango,
I may
Seattle
ask
Center,
the wife.
the Redmond altimeter.
Because it's going to be the perfect night. It's been cold. We had hail. So this is just Texas weather, y'all. No exaggeration. Yesterday, 80, 85 degrees out on the lake, 0 wind. Beautiful day. The day before, it was blowing,
Redmond
no
altimeter
exaggeration,
3017.
60 knots, 60 miles an hour. 60 mile an hour winds on Thursday, 80 degrees and no wind yesterday. Today, I had, I don't know, maybe half-inch to whatever, just below half-inch hail. All morning, hail, rain, thunder. It's now 45 degrees outside and freezing. But by the evening, it's going to be 55 degrees and sunny skies, which is perfect for throwing some ribs on the smoker.
254 Delta Kilo, Seattle Center, roger.
So you got me thinking, man. All right, we're nav'd up. We're heading to our next VOR, which we just picked up on our nav 2. We noticed that. So let's look for a changeover point here on our IFR charts. Let's see if one is published. So we are going to be taking a Victor 595, which is 196 radial outbound, 93 total distance, but nothing for a changeover. So if there's no changeover point noted, we'll cut that in half. So 93, we'll call it 45 miles from, we'll switch over. If I look at my DME2, you can see I'm 117 miles. I don't know why that's off. This should be 93. Why is it 117? Is it because they're adding 10? It must be because they're adding 10. And I thought there was a total distance marker. This is how long it's been since. I thought this was the total distance of the, but I guess it's just the sector. So 93 and 10, that's 103. And then there's a waypoint here, which is probably another 5, so that's 117. So let's just say if it's 117 divided by 2, 55 miles. I like easy math. Let's just call it 60 miles out. We'll flip the needles. So at 60 miles out, instead of tracking from the DSD, we're going to track to the OED and verify the inbound course is going to be the same. So it's 014 radial, but remember, we're tracking to the station, so we got to do our +2, -2. That doesn't coincidentally work because this is one of the random ones where it's a 0 and a 1. You can't add 2 and subtract 2 from 1. But because it's 196, I can deduct from deductive reasoning, I can tell you it's going to be 194 once we get a little bit closer. So it's about 2 degrees off as we get a little bit closer. So at the halfway point, we'll flip over 2 and do a 194 inbound. That looks good. And then we'll be OED outbound on the 216. So I'll throw 216 down here on my second OBS as a reminder so I don't have to bring out the chart again. 216. And I don't need nav 2 down there. Let's look up for our next nav, which is going to be Crescent City, which I believe we said we already preloaded at 109 megahertz. So we'll throw Crescent City in the nav 2 for now. You can see it's flagged out. Wouldn't expect to be getting it out this far anyway. So that looks good. How's our ground speed looking? 232. Yeah, we're fighting a headwind, and like a quartering headwind pretty much is what we're fighting right now. It's perfect outside. Ribs are on. A fresh bottle of Jefferson's. What a Saturday. That's beautiful, man. Did we just leave the radial engine Mahafia behind this leg? No, wingnut. There was like 3 of them. 3 or 4 of them booted up, and they were taken off right before we did. Y'all want to leave before me. I can't do my formation takeoffs with them anymore. What's up, Andre? I live downtown. Watching the Southwest landing at Love Field on Thursday was fun. Nice, dude. I bet. Pretty wild, huh? Fly USMC, I guess I hot mic'd us to death, my bad. Oh, what's Fly USMC? Man. Fly USMC was 177 Golf, man. I'm surprised your call sign's not November 1796. Oh, wait. 1796, 1766. When was Independence Day? July 4th, 1776. There you go. I'm surprised your call sign is not 1776 Golf. That's funny, though. That's funny. It was the guy in the chat. Ribs with some grilled pineapple and caramel's brown sugar. Ooh, that's a new one, like a little Hawaiian style. Jeremy, I've been doing the party style ribs. So what I do is I slice them up and I cook them. Well, first I slice them up individual and I smoke them all on the rack separately. And then after about halfway, I put them in a regular pan. Then I put some butter and my special sauce in there, and then I smoke them the rest of the way. Dude, they are so good. And once I started doing them this way, I don't know if I'll go back to a full rack unless I'm cooking a ton of ribs for a lot of people, because I actually like them this way better because you get that kind of a crust and a bark on all sides of the rib. It's not just top and bottom, because when they're sliced and you're smoking them individually, all sides of the ribs are getting that nice little bark and just little extra smokiness to it. You should try it out, Bo, next time. Just do like a Google like party style ribs. Mickey G, that's the only way you do them? Yeah, man. Once I started, I did it one time in Georgia when I was living out there. And I was like, yep, that's it. I'm done. Well, look at this. I could see trees down there from 24,000 feet. Sim Update 1 is crushing it, man. Sim Update 1 is crushing it. We're actually crushing this flight, too. We're already 30 miles from DSD. I think the sim brief, I think the sim brief time and routes are skewed a little bit. I feel like it doesn't account the fact that I'm going to run wide open instead of, it feels like it always gives me slower en route times. Flight sim guy just started picking up OED at 120. Nice, man. So you're right behind us. So does Easy Math round up or down for fuel? Always round up. So, for instance, on the flight plan release, I'll just show you because it's a great question. And it's something that I tell guys all the time when they're getting ready for upgrade, and just little tips and stuff, little tips and tricks. If I view the OFP here, so let's pretend this was an Airbus flight or something, right? And I look at the what we care about for Airbus flying is our min takeoff. Well, we care about the gate fuel too, but this is the more important number because this number you may hit. We run, a dozen checklists to make sure we have enough fuel before we leave the gate. So that one, cool. But the last one we run before lining up is the planned takeoff fuel. So 792 would say, I'd just round up, say 800. Now, if you get to the runway and you're 798, and I said my min takeoff was 800, well, now I'll look at the paperwork and see what is it exactly. And then if I'm comfortable, then we'll go. But, yeah, always round up for fuel. Always round up for fuel, and if there's tailwind, always round up for fuel. If ISA is colder than standard, I'd never change it. I just leave it. I only change ISA in the box if it's warmer than standard.
Bed 23 Seattle Center.
Tailwinds, I only put them in if they're significant. I'll always run the preliminary box numbers in the Airbus. I'll always run it on the flight with either zero wind or the headwind component that's on the flight plan.
Med 23.
Now, if you're going a long way, say you're doing a transcon or something, and especially in the wintertime, then that tailwind is going to make a huge difference. You may not be able to go with zero wind, so then you're going to have to throw in the tailwinds and see what your actual fuel burns are. But generally, that's just kind of my, don't even think about it, instinctual
I don't see a Lufthansa, so
way I look at rounding
switch
numbers
to Unicom.
And being more conservative when I look at the flight plan. How do you make sure they don't dry out? Jeremy, so after you smoke them, when I put them in like a baking pan, or like, I can't remember, almost like a roasting pan with the high sides. You put the sauce in there and some butter.
25 miles.
Dude, they absorb it all. They've never been dry.
3017.
Now I want to fly the Turbo Aero VOR. Jaffa, you got to try it, man. VOR to VOR is the way to go. Speaking of, how's our poll doing here? Let's go ahead and hide you for now. Woohoo, it's getting close. So it's either going to be between 5:30, 4:30, and no GPS, don't be mid. So what we're going to do is I'm going to end that poll, and we'll run those two head to head. So it looks like the 5:30, 4:30 stack is the option that we want. So now we're going to run those two head to head. Final poll. Installation.
254 Delta Kilo, pilot's discretion is in maintain flight level 180.
Pilot's discretion level 180, November 254 Delta Kilo.
Alright, that was 2 at once. That was for November 254 Delta Kilo, pilot's discretion 180.
Pilot's discretion, flight level 280, November. Discretion 180, November 254 Delta Kilo.
Now remember, if you vote
2506, leave my airspace.
if you vote no GPS at all, that could potentially hinder our routing as we go south.
Alaska 424, Salt Lake City Center is closed. Radar service terminated. For exchange approved.
All right, here's our 45. We said we're going to flip him at 60, right? All right. New channel, cooking with V1. Hey, VFD, what's going on, my man? Wow, what a beautiful day. It's not a cloud in the sky. It's super mid. But if I was doing this flight IRL,
the visual
I'd
approach
want these
10
kind of
left.
conditions. Any nice way or any way to do ribs nicely without a smoker? Yeah, you can do them without a smoker. You can do them on like a regular Weber kettle. You can do them on, you can do them in the oven, but you're not going to get that smoke flavor. Now you can do them on just a regular barbecue, man. Do them on the barbecue the same way. Just do offset. So like, put all your coals on one side of the barbecue, and then put the ribs on the other side of the barbecue.
4 Delta Kilo, what's your approach
That's
request?
it, not directly over the coals, so you get a little bit of
probably
indirect heat.
proceed in VFR November 4 Delta Kilo.
4 Delta Kilo, roger.
KLN90 Real Nav. I had the option. Y'all didn't vote for it, so
November 2750 Bravo.
you didn't vote for it. All right, 10 miles to our
Go
changeover
ahead.
point.
Yes, sir. Type Cessna 172.
I'd watch a podcast episode accompanied by a smoking brisket with a nice bourbon around a fire pit. Sounds good to me, man. Maybe we should do fire pit tonight.
Or 2750 Bravo.
No stream
General Center,
tomorrow,
clear
unfortunately,
to
y'all. I
Portland
picked up a trip to Miami and back.
Airport as progression to the track.
Wingnut
One
was,
departure in the file to maintain
Convinced me to
8,000.
go back to work on Sunday,
Departure
so
will be on
I picked up at Miami turn tomorrow.
127.55, squawk
So
51.
I won't have any time. We got church in the morning, and then I'm going right from there pretty much to work. Won't get back home to close to midnight, so kind of a late night. I haven't had a grill for a couple years.
Back correct date is
I
also
bake
advised
with
ready.
I bake them with beer, pretty low temp, and air fry. Ooh, that doesn't sound bad, Buckeye Fly. Yeah, aluminum foil ribs in the oven. That's a good way, Andre. Yep. Get a job, you bum. Listen, man, I've flown, including this month. Dude, I'm working way too much, man. I'm already above my threshold. I try to get like 300 hours a year. Dude, I'm at 90. With the 2 turns that I picked up, with this month's schedule included, I'm already at 99. Well, that's not true. I'm only at 47 block hours. I'm only at 47 block hours for the year. So that checks out. If I do 50 hours a quarter, then that's 100, 200 hours a year. Yeah, that's pretty good. I like that. Yeah. If I have to fly more than 300 hours a year,
United
man,
140, climb maintain.
That's a lot.
You can do 370 or 390.
I haven't had, I read that one. How long till the turn in Miami? How long's the turn? Very short. We're flying in, turning back out, man. I think it's like an hour on the ground. No plane swap or nothing. Brand new 321 Neo though, so that's going to be nice. Hopefully the weather's good. Yeah, I think we're only
That
scheduled.
140 rounder, maintain flight
Let me
level
see, our
370.
ground time is scheduled for hour and 5 minutes. V1 flies 50 hours a quarter, man. I'm in the wrong racket. Well, listen, only
Alaska 1039.
only if I can get the
3,000.
premium 200, 300% stuff. Because if you don't, then you got to fly straight time.
Alaska 1039,
The
the Portland
key
Airport said sure
Is to not
11
fly
o'clock
straight
and
time.
13 miles
That
from
is the
port
key to 121 success. Don't fly straight time. Now it's a risk because there may be some months where you don't get that premium trip, and now you're cooking with like 20 hours of credit. Am I part-time? No, but my carrier is the best part-time, full-time job I've ever had, man. It was the reason I came to my operator, is because of the flexibility. What? Wingnut, you can't fly premium until you hit the average line value? That's what your ALV stands for, right? It's nothing else funky. Look at this. That looks awesome right there. You can't fly premium until you hit ALV? Dude, that's ridiculous. I'd be broke, dude. I'd be broke. Dude, there are guys that spend their lives dropping their entire month to zero and then just flying premium only. Now, that's pretty risky because especially now, when times are good, no problem. But when times are kind of and times have been kind of rocky right now around the airline industry, just even in general with Boeing and Airbus and bankruptcies and all kinds of stuff going on. So it's definitely a little bit more on the rocky side. That's why I'm actually flying a lot more this month, man. Dude, look, I'm working this month, man. My block, not credit, my block hours this month are... Oh, yes, that's 40 hours this month.
Med 23, roger, I've
I'm
averted
at
radar
40 hours this
contacted
month,
you.
block. but I'm already at 78 on the cred, so we're looking good.
Mad Fox 17, Lumiere, stay to the south, Salt Lake, and
Did you transition from flying corporate to the airlines or cargo? I went, so Nabil, it's kind of a weird roundabout way. Hold on, let me do this changeover. You can see here we're starting to lose a little bit. So we want to be, what did I say, 216? I forget what it was. What was our inbound? 196, it's going to be 194
and Roger,
inbound.
expect the ILS 10
So
left.
let's go ahead and flip you to 13.6 and select 194. We're going to kind of join up, and then we'll heading mode it over. So now we are tracking. What was the question again? Oh, yeah. My path was a little bit of both. So I was when I was still a full-time instructor.
39, turn left heading.
I started flying corporate on the side, but then the corporate flying was good, but I couldn't do all the stuff I wanted to do because I didn't have 1,000 turbine PIC, and if you fly like contract part 91 contract, and or if you wanted to do some other high-paying contract jobs, a lot of those operators or people that own those jets or those that do that stuff required an insurance policy, or they all had the same insurance policy that required the pilots to have 1,000 turbine PIC, and I just wasn't getting enough because flying corporate I was flying, you know, less than 200 hours a year. So there was going to be and that wasn't all PIC time either, right? Because you, depending on what jet we were in, I'd be in the right seat, it's just seat support. So, so what I did is I left flying my corporate gig to go get turbine PIC faster. And by the time I had it, I was like, I don't think I want to go back to corporate. I just went to the airlines. So I went to fly freight to build the turbine PIC time faster, with full intention of going back to corporate. But then I met my wife, and that was pretty much the end of that, because I just like, the schedule is nice. And I think I told you all the story when we did that E-170 flight. I showed you the picture of Embraer 170 U.S. Airways. I wonder if I have it on this PC. Maybe I can find it. So what changed my mind, because I was never planning on doing airline stuff. It just wasn't. I knew I wanted to fly, but airlines were like the last option. Look at another runway cutout down there in the trees. That looks so incredible. But what changed my mind, what flipped the switch, it was a moment, and I still remember it like it was yesterday. Me and a couple of my freight buddies, we were all inside a Metroliner in the cargo hold in Lubbock, Texas, during an ice storm at 3 o'clock in the morning, freezing our butts off. We'd all hide in the Metro because it was the only pressurized bird there. It was the Metro and a couple of 99s. So we'd all hop out of the 99s and all jump in the Metro because it was Matt, my buddy Matt. He would crank the heat on approach, so he'd be sweating his butt off the entire approach because he knew once he landed and shut down, we were all going to run in and jump in. So we'd all line up outside and open the door, jump into the Metro, and we all hang out in there and wait for the cargo. So we're inside the Metroliner, freezing our butts off, and my buddy sends me a text, and it's a text message of an image. He's like, "Dude, you got to come to Republic." And it's an Embraer 170 U.S. Airways colors at night in front of a DCA terminal. And I was like, dude, that's pretty sick. And I showed him, I was showing it to my buddy. He's like, man, that's that. And then my other buddy, who he's actually a captain at another airline on the Airbus, he goes, man, that's what I signed up for.
Kilo clear track destination.
So then he put his apps out, and then we all kind of split off. And
our 7 Bravo Sierra clear track destination.
We're on Naval Direct Destination right now. We're Slant Alpha. We can take a heading, though.
7 Bravo Sierra, fly present heading.
Present heading, 7 Bravo Sierra.
I didn't even look at the equipment code.
Yeah, sorry, man. I actually I did a refile, too, and put a remark in there because I accidentally refiled the first one without it, but it should be on the second one.
Yeah, I see it now, thanks.
But yeah, that was the defining moment. Well, that and the fact that I almost died in the friggin' dry line, too.
Alaska 1039, runway 10 left, clear to land.
Any long hauls coming up? Did one yesterday on 3-day. Victor Silva, I want to do one, man. I want to do one in the 350. I want to do LA to Tahiti. I really want to do that one. I saw Air Tahiti Nui and LAX on my last trip, too.
British Jet 5, might
Also,
have a reroute for you.
787-1000 or whatever the long one is, super mid. So we were behind a KLM 787 going to Deutschland in LAX. And
Jet 5,
I was
Mike,
looking at it, I was like, that is an
Yakima,
ugly airplane.
VOR
If anything,
20,
the 78, the short version, I think
5
looks
arrival.
better, in my personal opinion. The long one just looks kind of, ooh. What lake is that?
British Jet 5, my readback is correct. Descend via the Chins 5 arrival.
What lake
Seattle
is that?
altimeter is 3014.
We are dead inbound over here. There should be... Is that proper? What is that? VFR? Crater Lake? Where's Crater Lake at? Why is it not charted? Is it on the sectional?
Oh, yep, I had the wrong airport open. I accidentally clicked on Painfield. You can Yakima direct.
Surely it's on a sectional somewhere. It's not? We're on this airway. It's off our left. How could that not be on a sectional? Oh, we're up here. Oh, I was looking at the wrong airway. Yeah, here it is. Look at that. You talk about VFR reporting point. Good night. Look at that. That is incredible. See, you don't get to enjoy these things when you're flying up at, 40,000 feet, 38,000 feet in your tube liner. Yeah, so here we are, chat, Dead Reckoning. We're just past Crater Lake. Looks like there's a strip just south of it out there at Prospect. Should be another lake coming up too, maybe. Wow, that's pretty. That's pretty cool. Stutters my sim though for sure when I open and close the Navigraph tab. How's the temp in here? Everybody cozy? 68 degrees, beautiful. Just a little more.
November 2750 Bravo.
A350 crushes in that department? Yes, it does, man. 7878 is the best looking one for sure. I totally agree, man. I saw that. I think that was one of the first. What is it? The 900 or 1000, whatever it is. I think it is. I think it was the 10. And it was just weird looking. Sounds like somebody misses flying boxes. No, dude, I do not. All those box pilots. I mean, I'm glad they make what they make because they deserve it, man. That job's not for me. What was my favorite flying corporate? Flying Citation, flying corporate, doing some contract King Air stuff was fun. I will say doing contract 190 ops was really fun too. Or charter 190 ops. So you fly in a 190 in the airports that never seen a jet before. That was, and you're flying a pretty big bird. Embraer 190, we think of it as a regional jet. But you take that into an airport that the biggest thing they've seen is an Embraer Phenom, you're like a freaking king of the castle, man. You roll up in a 190. Now, that's also how you blow the slide on a, Fayetteville, Arkansas. But that was fun, too. Was Crater Lake a meteor impact? I think so, yeah. You know what? I flew over a crater the other day. I took a picture of it. Let's see. Who wants to see my 20-pound bag I caught yesterday, too? Where's this crater? I flew over a crater. No, maybe we'll see it on that one. No. I think that one it's out over, I don't know, Arizona somewhere. But that was a crater.
Alaska 1039 taxi to the terminal.
You should be getting a nice update soon. Nabil, I'm looking forward to it.
Tango.
Hey, Nabil, so can you share, or do you know, if you can't share, when is that Avianca one coming out, dude? That looked epic, dude. I loved your trailer, man. Love that trailer, man. It'd be cool to watch that one like the day it releases on a long haul in the 350. We could probably break down that story of Avianca
Over 50 Bravo radar contact the altitude.
a good 2 hours, man. There's so many. That's one of the crashes
50 Bravo.
in aviation that we've studied multiple times and looked at from a decision-making perspective. March 10th. Oh, 2 days?
5 Mike. I have a
long haul
proper
Monday night.
reroute for you,
Monday night
advisory
long
copy.
haul.
BizJet 5 Mike. After
The famous crater they
Yakima,
use for FS 2020 promotional
VOR,
videos.
Papa Alpha
Yep,
Echo.
yeah. Crater National Park. That's the one. Flight Sim guy says that's the deepest lake in the U.S. Wow, what's the depth, dude? Do you have a schedule when flying corporate, or is it always on call? It depends, Alexander. It really depends, man. Depends on who you're flying corporate for. Are you doing Part 91, or are you doing Part 135 charter? So corporate is kind of a broad term. It really depends on your operator, your specific scenario. It's a good case study. We talked about it when I went through my 707 training. Yeah, absolutely, man. So many, you talk about the Swiss cheese, man. So many little holes just got bypassed. Unfortunate. Craziest part about Avianca crash was the captain flew the entire 5 hours, man. Dude, those Avianca guys are pretty wild. I had a ground instructor that was an Avianca, former Avianca guy. That dude has some awesome stories. I'm still waiting to hear about the slide getting popped. Josh, you could check it out, man. I already did the podcast on it. I podcast the slide story.
American 307 descend via the Glacier 3 arrival. Seattle's landing south. Seattle altimeter 3014.
This is how we do it in Colombia. What is autopilot? Yeah, I know it, man. That's why I'm half bummed I dropped my Colombia trip. I mean, I would have got back. I would have been back home
American
this morning
307 Seattle Center.
10 a.m. And of course, you know, when
American
someone
307 descend
or when I
via
put a
left
trip on a
J.
trade board,
American
someone picks it
descend via
up,
the
or when I
Glacier
drop a
3
trip,
arrival, landing south.
I
Seattle
always
altimeter
monitor the
3014.
flights to see
4.
like if I made a good decision or not, because you're always like subconsciously hoping like, oh, maybe they got a super long delay or something, or they had to fly through some nasty weather.
Jet 5 Mike.
So you could
cross
sit there and
40 miles southeast of Payne
reaffirm
VOR
yourself
at
that you made a good
101
decision to
south.
drop that trip.
Seattle altimeter
But no, they were
3014.
early every leg, no delays. I think they landed at like 9:30 this morning. I was like, dang it, I could have been home right now and could have had an extra, fit. But it was a straight time trip, and I was like, man, straight time is mid. Avianca Captain was 52 and FO was 28. Nice, yeah. Yeah, that's going to be a great one to build. I can't wait to watch that. If only we had a 707 to watch it on, All right, here we go. We're approaching 10 miles. We have not picked up VOR 2 yet, so right now we're tracking to. Right now we're tracking to OED. I need to put on the low route charts in there. IFR low. He didn't tell me to fly a different heading, but I'm assuming he's going to want me to. But don't assume. I'm going to set heading 216. So we're going to track the 216 outbound from Medford. And then Crescent City is 1090, which we haven't picked up yet. So 8 miles from changeover. Matter of fact, let me change that. Let me go heading mode. And then let's go heading mode here. And let's set course 216. Well, I won't set it just yet because we still got 7 miles. I've hand-flown 12-hour flights before. If the autopilot was working, took turns passing the controls periodically with the Mickey G. 12 hours with no autopilot? Dude.
Yeah, right dog day.
That is hardcore, Mickey G. That is
Alaska
hardcore.
337 Seattle Center radar
I think I
contact.
flew from Philly to Baltimore in an Embraer 170 with no autopilot, and I thought I was going to lose it. 12 hours. Man, that's crazy stuff, dude. I heard the 707 was a workhorse of a jet and extremely tough. Yeah, Mickey G, man. Mickey G's your 707 expert. I've done 6 without an autopilot. 6 hours in a fighter. Or at the, I can't imagine your outfit would let you fly without an autopilot. And the Hornet. Jeez.
Delta Kilo started on descent.
All right, here's 216. Course line is set. There's our two from flip right there. Oh, we're in the cone of confusion, 3 miles above, a little bit more than that. Slant range air as we go over the top of the VOR.
And 254 Delta Kilo, descend and maintain.
I've done 30 minutes without an autopilot on a J3 Cub. Nice.
Crescent City altimeter is 3027.
All right, 2 from flip. Here it comes.
90,003.27, November 254 Delta Kilo.
Anytime now, we should get the from flag. I've done a 4-sector day and an 8-10 without autopilot or yaw damper. It's a lot of work, my man. It's a lot of work. All right, 216 course line is set. Engaging heading mode. Let's see if we can't try to track this here. Now, I should ask him if he wants me on the filed flight plan or if he just wanted me on the same heading before just making the heading. But he seemed kind of busy, and I'm trying to sneak under the radar here and just fly the course line, but he may come and yell at us. We'll see. Now, if this was real life, obviously I would ask him for clarification if he still wants us on present heading. What's crazy is we've got a wild crosswind here. Is that crosswind we get it right over the top of the VOR to have that much of a correction angle. As the needle comes in, we will re-nav. Here it comes. Engage. Alt nav. Tracking our new course line. Still haven't picked up Crescent City yet.
November 7 Bravo Sierra, descend and maintain, flight level 180.
I thought he was going to yell at us. Descend flight level 180, 7 Bravo Sierra. I thought he was going to say heading. All right, 180 on the flight level. Man, we're already going to start down. See, these flights happen. Wait, how long have we been streaming? Do they just go by that fast? I feel like we just took off. I was just getting ready. I was just getting settled in. All right, we're going to start down flight level 180. Attitude mode engaged. A little bit of trim down. And here we go. We are navving. Now, as we descend here, we should be okay on our VOR. Better arm approach. 8 hours in my end is because I've never used autopilot before and I didn't want to play with something I didn't know as a Cessna 402B at ATP flight school. They don't teach you about autopilots. Wow. That's pretty crazy, Nabil. You know how you turn off automation once a trip? Yes. What if it was the other day and you only used it once a trip? Well, what if it was the other way around and you only used it once a trip? Oh. Well, that would cause a lot of problems because the airspace environments that we fly in, they're just so high intensity that you'd be setting yourself up for failure. And it would actually be a degradation to safety if you did that. And also RVSM, we fly RVSM airspace, so we need the autopilot on. Now I believe we had this debate before. You can fly through RVSM airspace without an autopilot, but if you're going to be in RVSM airspace, then you need to have the autopilot on, right? I think that's what we determined. All right, so Eureka is going to be a straight-up visual approach. If we can't get in for some reason, we'd be able to shoot the approach into Arcata and then go down. But once we get through 18, I might just cancel IFR and go VFR. So, because we can see the coastline out here. We're starting to get chopped, so we're going to have to pull the power back. I was hoping that we could speed up here a little bit, but bring it back down that yellow arc. Down we go. Yeah, I think once we get to through 18, I might just request lower or request the IFR cancellation. Do a little sightseeing. You can climb and level off by hand, but need to use it to hold out to. There we go. Thank you, Wingnut. man, look at that city. Dude, Sim Update 1, I feel like everything is much clearer. This is 2020 level of ortho. Now, you can argue, and I will argue with you, that you can make your X-plane orthos better. You can make your own orthos of much higher quality, but generally speaking, I think the 2020 orthos were better than 2024 because it wouldn't stream and everything. But now this does definitely look better. Looks much better. Was that 2 or 3 years ago? You got the beautiful Kennedy Center. We flew into night, done a nighttime JFK 2024 yet? Yeah, it's been a while, Josh. We have not done Kennedy or LaGuardia. I think LaGuardia is better. If you can get vectored up the river on the LaGuardia nighttime, that one's pretty epic. Maybe we should do that in the next Phoenix stream. Yeah, Flight Sim Dad. I can definitely tell, dude. I can definitely tell. Power keeps creeping up. Keep bringing it back down there. 34-ish. Yeah, we've been on 90 minutes. That's crazy. It's almost a straight 45-knot headwind now, slightly right to left. That checks out.
3, Seattle altimeter 3014.
That checks out. Crab angle's much less, too, now. All right, so after we get down here, we're still not picking up Crescent City, but we are, how far out are we? So we're 25 from dead, so we're coming this way. This airway is, it's not 21 miles. I swear, you used to be able to see the entire airway length right here. Now you got to do math. Right? Didn't it used to tell you the total airway length? So 9 and 21 is 30, plus 10 is 40, 50. So it's a 50-mile airway, give or take some. Yeah, we'll go Crescent City, and then I'm going to cancel, and we're going to go VFR down the coastline. That's what we're going to do. So I'll tell you what, let's pick up our rate of descent. We're not technically stage cooling yet, because we're still 34, pulling 34, but I'm going to bring it back to like 32. I'm going to nose over a little bit. I'm going to hustle down, and then we'll cancel IFR and go VFR down the coast. Yeah, the Piston Duke can rip it, man. We've been ripping. We didn't even open up the tray table back here yet. You know, we didn't even get to do some study time. I love this airplane. The Piston and Turbine Duke are quite literally the Phoenix of prop-driven aircraft. That's just how good they are. And they're not even fully supported in 2024 yet. I cannot wait to see what Black Square's cooking. V1, can you manipulate the autopilot via the annunciator lights? Also, can you change autopilot via... Oh, you can. Yeah, Cargo Guy. Yeah, I know. I love that fact right here. But I forgot. But yeah, I do remember when someone told me that. I totally forgot I could do that. Also, you could change autopilot vertical speed via the mouse scroll wheel. Click spot is right of the altitude selector on the rim. Wait, what? I don't know about that one. Hold on. Also, you can change autopilot vertical speed via the mouse scroll wheel. Click spot is to the right of the altitude selector. Do I have to be in vertical speed, maybe? Or what do you mean? Where? Oh, well, I clicked on something. Wait, this thing? What is this? There's a click spot. Oh, that's for tapping the glass. Not altimeter. Selector. Altitude selector. Oh! Oh! What? Dude. Cargo Guy, that's cool. I did not know about that one. Thanks, man. So what I've been doing, I bound it to my yoke. So I have this button bound
337
right here. So I have it bound to my little hat switch on my yoke. That's what I use. But that's pretty cool, man.
022.
I learned something. I knew about this. I totally forgot about it. But this could be handy for when we're on approach, instead of looking down here for sure. All right. Picking up what you're throwing down.
American 307.
All right, we've just
contact
picked
Seattle
up Crescent
approach
City.
125.6.
So you can see our nav2 is up and running. Let's go ahead and flop them. So it's going to be 109 nothing. 109 nothing. 109.0. Boom. I like how it reverts to heading mode automatically. That's juice. All right, put you here. Here. Nav. As I look down, I could have clicked here. There we go. Looking good. All right, so 18,000. Let's go ahead and cancel. Should we cancel? Go VFR? Seattle Center for November 357 Bravo Sierra. We'd like to get a lower descent. Just cancel IFR. We're going to go VFR down the coastline.
Alright, 357 Bravo Sierra, roger. You can send and maintain 8,000.
Send and maintain 8,000. November 357 Bravo Sierra. 8,000. Let's try this. So attitude. Oh.
VizJet 5 Mike, send and maintain 10,000. Contact Seattle approach 125.6.
Yeah, that does work. That's cool. All right. Yeah, that's cool. I'm gonna use my button, but all right. Let's enrich in the mixture a little bit as we're descending down. Let's go ahead and get ready to turn up our sounds a little bit. We'll juice them up a tad. Get my yoke ready here for stage cooling as we get in a little bit closer. Pressurization, we need to reset you. We're going to be landing at about 1,000 feet, or no, excuse me, at sea level. Start depressurizing.
Number 4 Delta Kilo, descend and maintain 7,000.
Descend and maintain 7,000. 254 Delta Kilo. If we'd like to cancel our flight now.
254 Delta Kilo, roger. IFR cancellation.
Pick up our rate of descent.
Squawk VFR.
All right, we're going to hit Crescent City, and then we're just going to go VFR, but a rough heading is going to be 159. So I'll throw in 159 here to remind myself. 159, and that's going to be off the Crescent City Vortex at 1090. The Arcata VOR, which we should have in there, is 1505. Just as a reference, 1505. Now what we can do is actually set up a PBD waypoint just as for practice. So let's do that. Let's go ahead and set up Eureka on our KNS-80. So what we're going to do is we're going to set the 1505 frequency. So 11505 frequency. We're going to data over. It's going to be roughly... Doesn't tell me a course line on that. Doesn't. It's got a green line. Let me look at Sky Vector real quick. Sky Vector from the ACV VOR direct is going to be 164 at 11 miles. So we're going to set up radial 164 and we're going to do 11 miles just as a backup. Boom. Dunzo. So now I can throw you into RNAV 72 miles out from the airport. Looking good, chat. We are looking good. Give it a little bit of richen up that mixture just a tad. Power's good. Descend them down. Alright, what did our poll end up at? Almost everybody voted. Well, technically, the poll can still swing because we have 300 people here, 176 votes. Vote. If you haven't voted, let's see if we can get up to 200 votes here. So there's a poll in the chat right now. Which GPS installation are we going to do here at Eureka? We're either going to 530, 430 stack, or we're not going to do any GPS at all. So you guys let me know. Make sure the poll doesn't swing. 90 degrees, way too toasty in here. Let's go ahead and close you, put you back into auto heat. We're only going to KEKA today. We're only doing KEKA today, Iglufu. And what I'm going to do, man, is I don't want to make any promises, but I'm going to try to maybe get the Fokker running. Or we could just throw in a GPS and go to Truckee and test it out.
Skyway
Was it 3 o'clock?
3045,
No, I want to go
reroute
smoke
feedback,
some
copy.
meats. I don't want to smoke some ribs. We'll see. We'll see. Make sure your notifications on. You know, we could do 5:30 only. You're all right. Can I do
Skyway
5:30 only?
3045, you're cleared to present position. Direct.
Because the
Mito,
430 stack
Mike,
is
Echo,
really, it's almost
Tango,
OP. You know,
Oscar,
'cause you could use one in
Whiskey.
terrain mode.
Join the grid.
Why is GTN 750 not
arrival,
option? Because that's
maintain flight
definitely
level
OP.
300.
Definitely OP, man. But Joe Plains has a point. Could do 5:30 only. Because with the 5:30, we could still use GPS nav.
Skyway 3045, read back correct. Med 23, contact Seattle approach 125.6.
We'll have to think about that. Let's see. Is there a KEKA CTAF? I don't think so. Nope. Let's do the 750. I'm lazy. Thank you, G. Dude, the 750 is so OP. Do both for aesthetics. Aesthetically, it does look good. What if we do Bearded Aviator? How about we do one, and then we do the 430 stack in Mexico, so we get like a, we'll meet our contacts. Hold on. We'll meet our contacts in Mexico with our 430. Yeah, we could do that. Because that 430 might have some special waypoints in there.
Yeah, 757, Seattle Center.
Do you have
climate control
TDS?
level
I do.
390.
Which one do I have? I can't remember. I have the one that's the real one. I think it's TDS. There's TDS and PMS. I'm pretty sure I have the TDS. I haven't used it in a really long time, though. That's at our November 357 Bravo Sierra. I'd like to cancel IFR at this time.
357 Bravo Sierra, IFR cancellation received. Squawk VFR for exchange group.
For exchange approved, thanks for the HT, 7 Bravo Sierra. All right, so we will squawk VFR 22.8 on the comm. And we are free to do anything we want. So let's go ahead and throw this into heading mode. And yeah, let's go ahead and start coming left. I said 156 course approximately is what we want. But let's make a descending left turn. Let's take it down to like 4,500. Down we go. Should have done the sunset on this is what I should have done. Should have done sunset. No, I don't own a plane IRL. Do not own a plane. Started looking at Dukes though. Definitely not the most cost-effective airplane to own. What I would like to do is get like a 25% share or something on a Duke. That would be the way to go. Anybody out in North Texas want to go like 4 or 5 ways on a Duke? Still, I can imagine the maintenance on these things has got to be pretty pricey. Pretty pricey. Any F-28 streams? I was going to do it today, Spurious, but then my sim update 1 was like messing with me loading into the airplane, so I got to figure that out. I feel like we should get a, is there like a Garmin certification sticker or something we could throw on our nose cone? Or we should have state battle flags. Like throw some battle flags on the tail. Like we have the Alaska state flag, Oregon, California. Maybe I should ask Whiskey to put the state flags on the tail too. Spice it up. The Duke probably has a 25K annual. Yeah, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Split 5 ways, that's $5,000. More than I want to spend. Richmond's coming up. Had my annual, my 150 this morning. Airplanes will break the bank. Yes, they will. What happened to the 350 stream? I just wanted to fly something a little bit more flyable. Well, I take that back. I wanted to fly something a little less glass or automated. And I want to save that stream. I'm saving that stream fighter because it's going to be a juicy one. We're going to go to Queenstown in the 350. We're going to try to fit the 350 into Queenstown, so it's going to be a fun one. We might do it on Monday night and watch a... we might go Sydney, Queenstown, and watch the green dot on that one. T6 is only 5K for an annual? That's not bad. $1,000 if you have 5 partners or 4 partners. I'm gonna shoot for Monday night, Flight Sim guy. I'm gonna shoot for Monday night. Let's do a Magic Barrel ref update. It's been a while. 3025 is in. Pictures have come up a little bit. I think we're looking good now as far as power is concerned. I can actually throw you into RNAV nav right now. Let's see. Let's go 1505 on the active as well. 1505. I will tell you this. I'm going to miss the ease of use of these stacks. Garmin's cool, but this is so easy. So easy to manipulate in sim world. So GPS is that direction there. We're in RNAV mode. Not to be confused with GPS mode. Let's hug the coastline. Let's come further left. See if we can find any polar bear, any golden bears down there. For GA single, 12K a year before you buy it, or before you fly it. What's the general opinion of the 350? It's getting a lot of criticism. I don't know if it's genuine. Spurious, it's kind of a weird one, man, because there are it's like you either love it and you have no issues, or you can't fly it because you have issues every flight. There's really no middle ground, and there seems to be quite a lot of people on both sides. I tend to be in the camp where you guys have seen me stream, I haven't had any issues. So I don't know. All right, thrust set. We're going east. East is odd, so we'll go to 3,500 feet. But I will tell you that I've enjoyed my time on the 350. I really have. My RV8 was 1,000, but I did it all owner assisted. Very cool. Oh, Wingnut. Dude, how was your, so I was at, the lake I was at yesterday, I had no cell service the entire day, and then I saw your text when I was driving. I almost crashed trying to read it. But, did you successfully check out on the Cessna? It's freaking sweet, man. I'd probably crash. I'm not gonna lie, dude. I'd probably crash it. I haven't flown a Cessna. I don't even know the last time I flew a Cessna. Probably 2008. Coffee cam. We got the little tea going on here because it's cold out. Now that I fixed my CPU cooling issues, I've had no problems in the A350. Nice, man. Let's see, we're about 30 miles out. We'll make an initial call here in case we're catching up to any of those radials. Eureka traffic. November 357 Bravo Sierra is Beach Duke. About 30 miles to the northwest. We're going to be coming in for a midfield land on 2-1. What is it? What are the runways down there? Is it 2-1? Midfield? I want to do overhead brake, tactical. No, we want to land 3-0. And we'll be setting up for a right downwind runway 30 for Murrayfield. We'll do a right downwind 30, so we'll just join the 45 to the downwind. Boom. Land on 30. Let's make sure the weather is looking good. How do I find the weather? Gotta do this thing. Gotta come over here. Weather, winds 290 at 5. Perfect. Perfect. 3024 on the meter. All right, we're leveling 3,500. We should probably think about starting to stage cool here soon. We should think about our stage cooling soon. But since we already leveled off, we're going to stage cool much faster this time. We don't have to descend, so we'll be all right. Because as we start pooling, we'll start slowing much quicker. And I forget what the satisfaction requirements were again. I forget. There's like 3 different ways. 50 hours in the 350 here, not a single serious issue from Thrust Set. And Thrust Set, That's on the Superior Sim 2024, right? I think thrust set has been converted. Do you know where to get the left-handed Airbus sight stick for the Moza? I only see right-handed on their site. Charlie, no, I do not know where they get. I don't think they have any lefts. The side stick that I have for my is the Flight Sim Projects. So, hear me out. Try the classic aircraft simulations J3 Cub for a few laps in the pattern after arrival. But then I have to have a profile. I gotta do, you know, bindings. It's never that easy. And then it's gonna make me rage, and then I'm not gonna be in a good mood when I go home. Radial engine mafia update. We're so freaking slow. Uh-oh. How far out are you, Steven? 2024, yes, I haven't tried in 2020. Good. And I also think some of the issues that people are getting, they seem to be more so on 2020. So that's also another thing to keep in mind. Igloo Flu says, I had a WASM on day 1 and 24 after 9 hours, but I just did an 11-hour flight flawlessly. Interesting. Interesting. Flix is 10 light years away. I could do a lap in the pattern and wait for y'all. Are y'all that slow? I thought you guys were faster than that. The DC-3 I thought was like 150, 160 knots. You guys do an economy power setting or something? They're 115 miles from ACV. Oh, jeez. Dude, that's like, yeah, you're way out. Damn. Could do a touch and go practice. Our ground speed is 170 and we're cooking the engines. Jeez. Steven, if I download the Radial Engine Mafia livery, won't I be able to see it on the DC-3? I wonder if I'd be able to see it on the DC-3. That livery looks sweet, though. Since I was stuck on the flight loading screen, I decided to do a reinstall. I'm not sure if that was a smart idea. Well, sometimes that flight loading screen just takes a long time. I know some people are having up to 10 minutes of waiting to load in on their initial on their initial A350 load. What's this little river situation here? Man. I don't know if we're going to go inbound or eastbound. Doing a coastline, VFR coastline flight all the way down to California might be the juice, chat. We might have to just start doing sunset flights down the coastline. And then maybe make our way down to Cabo San Lucas and then cut across. Practice a single engine go around. Full flap sim would be really upset for what we're doing to the radials. Oh man, I didn't know y'all were that slow. Well, I could have pulled the power back. A little bit. Yeah, right now we're 30 miles out from the airport. Man, there's like not even any wind. There's no wind. This is about as mid of a day as you can get flying flight sim, but it still looks pretty good. It's about the journey, not the destination. You're absolutely right, Stephen. And this was a little hastily set up. I do apologize for my REM followers out there. I know you all need about 45 minutes to start an engine. So I will do better at pre-planning. I just wanted to get at least one leg done because I know we're not going to be able to fly tomorrow. And next Sunday is my big tournament. Saturday, we'll try to fly Saturday, but dude, I got so much stuff to do. I got bilge pumps I need to change out. I've got
traffic, November
a bunch of things with 30 miles to the north.
I want to do a full maintenance on the motor before the season kicks off, and so I got a lot of stuff to do this week. Plus, I got to clear out an area for the chicken coop. I got to clear some brush. Let's be honest, I'll probably just get my buddy Jose to come do it because he's legit. Still need to build a chicken coop though, chicken run. Lots to do, man. I gotta finish up my shooting range backstop. Fishing stream when? Dude, I could GoPro it. I have a little YOLO Tech GoPro stick. Who needs outboard maintenance? Felix, you will be the last person I ever ask for anything related to maintenance on an outboard. After hearing your stories and seeing what you do to your boats, my man. Should have seen me try to get the cup started on the first time. Well, that's good that it's modeled that good, Michelin. That's awesome, man. You know what? We actually have to avoid airspace. I think Arcada... Is Arcada... No, Arcada's not towered. Right? I can't remember now. It just has an ILS. Arcada's untowered. Or VFR, so let's go FA, VFR set. Yeah, it's untowered. Cool. Wait, no, that's not it. ACV right here. Untowered. Good. Good, good. Uh-oh. Yeah, see, stutter every time I open and close that Navigraph map. What I need to do is get my iPad on the stream so you can see my personal iPad. So I can use Navigraph. Oh, look, there we go. There's the highway down there. Golly, look at the tree sim. Looks great. Should start a new channel for cooking, fishing, and pew-pew streams. Apart from bending a prop and the occasional two-stroke flood, yeah. 4 strokes, man, dude. That new Merc 4-stroke. As long as he didn't get a lemon. It's awesome. Alright, we're approaching the bay. So we're going to come in here. We'll just follow the highway. GoPro cam here. Love it. I love GoPro cam. I gotta find another way. I don't think you can save any more views, right? You can only have 9 or 10 views. Can you have more than 10 saved views? 4 strokes don't get the acceleration of a 2-stroke? Maybe, but I can tell you when it comes to the 250, I don't think it's that noticeably different. The mid-range is way better on the 4-stroke for sure. The mid-range is way better. I limped into Eureka on 1 engine in a 40-knot gale on a powerboat yacht I was delivering back in the day. Wow, really? Into up here, Thrustset? Like Eureka, California? Dude, that's awesome, man. I didn't know anybody else knew about Eureka. We'll stay off the extended centerline in case anybody blasts off their VFR. So, there's Arcada. So, back when I was flying in here, if the fog was thick, you'd shoot the ILS. Once you got ground contact, you break off special VFR and find Murray Field. All right, we're going to need to start the stage cool. So go ahead and ET chrono's on, 30 inches. When Chase Plane comes out, you'll be able to have as many views as you want. Man, what is y'all? I don't know if I'm going to get Chase Plane. I feel like I don't need it. If it, the only reason I'll get Chase Plane is if it has a one-click flyby button. If it doesn't have a one-click flyby button, I'm not going to get it. Boats Miami with 6.550 V8 outboards are where it's at. Yeah, exactly. 6, dude. It's like, yeah, it's ridiculous, man. Yeah, well, I've seen a couple of those on YouTube. All right, so we need to set 15 hundo. 1500 is set. Magic Barrel Ref is updated. We'll do attitude hold, nose it over. Start looking for Murray. So, without cheating and using the RNAV, I think it's going to be, here's the river. I know you have to I used to fly over the little river. It's right here. I think it's over there. No. Miles out. there's the town. Do we already? Let's look at our chart. Yeah, so we're going across. Should be right on the coastline. I don't like that stutter. Yeah, so there's Arcata. So we're going to follow the coast a little bit more, come to the right. Oh, look at the waves. Are those actually waving? Like, those are actual waves going on down there? Yeah, it gets very stormy here. Waves breaking across the entrance in a storm. Need to have your A game going in to avoid disaster. Man, that's cool for a set. That's really neat, man. So, I want...
Traffic to 254 Delta Kilo with 10 miles to the north, turning right downwind runway 30.
So I thought they grew like some type of plant out here in the marsh, or they harvested something in the marsh, like gooey ducks or something. Is that legit? I don't know. I thought there was something out here that they did. So yeah, I guess you came in over here, and this is the bay. I'm trying to remember where the crew apartment was. There's Murray over there, I believe, right? Let's come left. Oh, we're well past 2 minutes. There's 4 minutes, yeah, we're well past that. There she is. How far was that? How far out are you, Flix?
10 miles, got you flight.
Eureka traffic. 7 Bravo Sierra, we're 4 miles just to the west of the field, set up right down on runway 30. I'm going to spin you around at 30 for a runway orientation. We'll put you back here, we'll do that. Autopilot's coming off. Kind of want to do a low over, let's do a, I kind of want to do a low pass. We'll do a touch and go. Props are coming up. Oh, too much there. Let's do about 27. Oh my gosh, I'm moving my mixture levers. Almost trying to sink the prop. Almost just cut the fuel off. I'm like, what is going on here? Alright, sounds are coming up. We're a little bit hot, so we're going to drop the gear to slow down here. There's our gear speed, 176. Flaps in there as well. We're going to do a touch and go on this one for practice. Eureka traffic, 7 Bravo here. We're turning right cross, or excuse me, right base runway 30.
Right downwind.
Yeah, overshot that one. Well, we came in too hot, too fast. Alright, mixture's up, pumps are on. That was a terrible attempt of an approach there. Since we're going to do a touch and go, let's run these up a little bit more. Now, the trees on the departure end or on the approach end here, we're not really there. Yeah, we're going to just go around on this one. We don't want to ball up our airplane. Do a little bit of a slip action here. A little bit short to be doing touch and goes too, I think. It's close enough. Let's go around. How's that rig? Gear up. And Eureka traffic Bravo Sierra. We're going upwind runway 30. Want to do a touch and go there, but that just I don't want to risk damaging our airplane. Let's do a proper pattern on this one. Since we are in the pattern too, we got to be mindful of our temps. Let's go ahead and open those up. 1003, 1004, 1005, 1006, 1007, 1009, 1010. Base. Don't need to be coming in here at 160 knots either. Wingtips, so there we go, that's a better pattern. Distance anyway. Are we in touchdown zone? Gears coming down. Flaps approach. All our lights are coming on for landing. Ooh, it's bumpy over these hills. Eureka traffic Bravo Sierra, get ready to turn right to base for landing 30. Eyeball tracker too. Jeez. Now we're way low. Right. Rusty, y'all. Flown a VFR pattern in a long time. Eureka traffic Bravo Sierra, turn to final 20.
Traffic command 254 Delta Kilo, downwind runway 30.
Full flaps coming in. Yeah, if I could just move those flaps there on the approach end, would be sweet. Touch and go on this one. We'll see if we can actually touch it down on this one. All right, flaps up a notch. Let's go. Trees get big quick. Those trees aren't there either. Those trees aren't there either. All right, let's do a short field practice. So this is actually a good setup for a practice over those 50-foot obstacle over the trees and put it on the marker. So we're going to try to do on the markers. Eureka traffic 7 Bravo Sierra, right crosswind 30. We're going to try to put this one on the markers. But we're not going to drag it in. We're going to come in high, 50-foot obstacle, and put it right on the markers. flaps out on that one. Configure there. Man, so much power. It feels weird bringing the power back so far, but it's still doing 140 knots. Beam touchdown. Let's go ahead and bring it back. Gears coming down. What's that one? I gotta turn him up a little bit. Your traffic Sunbro officer, turn across, or excuse me, geez, turn on base 30. Listening to those turbos spool is awesome. All right, turn it final. We're going full flaps, full props, gears down. Short field landing, we're going to come in at 100 knots here. A little slow. I want to be about 95 on the threshold cross. All right, so we're aiming for the boxes. Firmer, but we got it. Let's go around. Stand them up.
Traffic 566.
Up we go.
Turning base runway 30.
Let's do one more. That's good practice. Positive rate, gear up.
Traffic, can I get a radio check?
Got you loud and clear.
Okay, so you guys are on 122.8. I thought we were on the CTAF.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we're on 22.8 here for Eureka.
Okay, no worries. Anyway, I do have you guys in sight, and we are now turning final runway 30. 256 Julie Bravo.
Cover that. Eureka traffic, Sunbro here. Turn in crosswind runway 30. Oh, let's do one more. Let's see if we can get a little bit smoother.
Eureka traffic, 255 downwind runway 30.
So we'll check our fuel here. Yeah, we'll do one more. We got enough fuel for one more here.
And bring traffic 256 Bravo. Traffic information is we will stop for us. Exit as soon as we can for you guys.
Traffic on that 254, that's the kilo turning base runway 30.
Trying to see where Flix is at. He's on base for 30.
Traffic 254, about a kilo, final runway 30.
Oh, I can't see him. What if he's in like a secret airplane? All right, last approach. We're going to try to do a softer short field. Being a touchdown. Let's go. Here's
Bring traffic 256 Bravo. Clear at 30.
Start turning inbound. We got our markers on the last one, but we forced it just a little bit. So on a short field landing, if you're aiming for the runway markers, or if that's your intended touchdown point, you need to be aiming about a runway stripe before that because you got to account for the flare, right? So if you want to land on the touchdown markers, 1,000 footers, make sure you're physically aiming for the stripe just before then. Eureka traffic, Sunbro here. We're on base runway 30. Full flaps, props are up, gears on, gears down, gas is on, let's stay. We'll cut this, we'll kind of make like a short approach too here. I see flicks on the runway. Alright, so...
traffic, 254 kilo up, runway 22.
Watch this, we need a little slow. So aiming for that stripe just prior to the 1,000 footers. Those trees are really spicy. Oh, that was good. All right. Flaps up 1, stand them up, let's go. Do full stop. Eureka traffic, Semper officer, upwind, runway 30. This will be our last lap of the pattern, Eureka. 400 feet, we'll clean it up. Magic Barrel rough update hasn't changed at all. Got a little light there on that level off.
Traffic, 254 kilo, turning downwind, runway 20.
Eureka traffic, Semper officer, we are downwind 30. Alright, we're going to try to grease this one on here. Let me launch G's. So we're not going to do replays because replays kind of mess things up, but we'll have G's on. So we can see, you guys see it? There we go. Alright, yep, you can see it. Let's do it. Last landing, here we go. G's like takes performance too, it feels like. Got a little wide here. Yeah, G's like eats performance, doesn't it? It's weird. Eureka traffic, Semper officer, we're turning base runway 30, full stop. G's is dead to me after this. G's only.
Traffic, 254 kilo, downwind, runway 30, full stop.
I feel like frames have left the building here. Wow, like this has turned into a stutter fest, man. Alright, well, geez, you are dead to me. Eureka traffic, Semper officer, we'll final 30. Oh, yeah. 71.
Eureka traffic, November 254 Delta Kilo, turning base for runway 30.
Alright, let me NGs immediately. Jeez, you are dead to me. Quit. Traffic somewhere else here. We're clearing 30 Texas. Bring them back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome in. Fuel pumps are coming off.
254 Delta Kilo, final runway 30.
Trim is in the green. Flaps are up. Cabin's dumped. Norm. We'll go in over here. We'll park over here where I used to park IRL. Let the engines cool off a little bit too. Working them hard. What's our hours at now? 10.8 and 10.7. Checks out. Alberto, just to notice you were delayed. Welcome in, man. Glad to have you on, dude. Steven had a fuel issue. Oh, man. Well, rip. 20 minutes out. Jeez. I think y'all need to upgrade to flying the DC-6. I think y'all need to fly DC-6. Why can't I see this Delta Kilo guy? Oh, there he is. Oh, he's in a turbine Duke. There he is.
Traffic 256 Juliet Bravo. I just want to check model matching. Are you guys in the turbines or the standards?
I'm the one closest to you. I'm in a standard, and the one exiting the runway is in a turbine.
Okay, perfect.
All right, brakes are set.
Yeah, I was going to join you in the pattern, but I have a flat breaker that won't reset.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh, that's no good.
Gotta love these Dukes.
Dude, the Dukes are awesome, man. I love them. Checking my breakers. All right.
Yeah, it's pretty much been my go-to because they punish you.
Exactly. Exactly. All right, we are looking good.
Model matching works great because I got the
all low
turbine to my right and the standard in front of me. Thanks.
Yep, awesome, man.
Dang circuit.
Look at that. There's our turbine Duke. Oh, he's even got the #1 Victor paint job on there. Old model matching. I wish I had gear. Team Vodka says we can see the field. Hang on. All right, we'll hang. We'll wait. If you can see it. What I will do is we'll connect ground power. So let's go ahead and shut her off first. So we'll go ahead and kill the avionics, we'll kill the inverter, generators, 4,000 RPM. Idle cut off. Manifold pressure goes to ambient. You see that? So it's 3024. Guess what the manifold pressure is reading? 30, just as it should. That looks good. We'll go full screen cam over here. Before I kill, well, actually, we'll kill the battery for now. Mags will come off. Open up the hatch. We'll take a screenshot of our fuel. Well, that's not. Oh, I was going to say, there's no way it's 70 gallons aside. I'm going to screenshot right here so I see engine hours and our fuel load. So we'll keep that in place. We'll chalk it, cover it, and we'll throw on external power real quick so we can do that. Listen on 22.8. So 22.8 is up on our comm. We can turn off the beacon light though. We don't need that. We can turn you off. We can turn you off. And we'll open up our door over here. Do a little post-flight inspection. I do left Windows print screen thrust set. I do left Windows print screen. All right, so the poll is closed. We are doing a 530, 430 stack, but I might just do the 530 only. So, and you can hear those engines ticking down. You probably wouldn't want to plug it right now. It'd be too hot. But here's our little ground power cart. That's so cool. It's 28.5 volts, 70 amps. post flight here. Actually, you know what? Let's do a light check while we're connected. Let's make sure all our lights are working. Since we're waiting for the, since we are waiting for everybody, let's do a post-flight light check. We got our strobe position. That looks good on the left side. Beacon's working on the tail. We got our filaments. Look, you can see the 2 filaments are glowing on the pause light on the back. Airplane looks good. Yep. Recogs. Those all look good there. Whoa, wait a second. He changed the chocks. Wait, I never noticed this chalk is the old V1 Sim logo. Okay, that's pretty cool. That chalk is the old V1 Sim logo. Landing lights are on. 1, 2, and 3. Yep, all our lights work. Beautiful. We'll go ahead and turn them all off now. Only the nav light just on as we have power on. Cool. All right, we're installing a GPS. Let's run over there with, let's do drone cam. Radial Engine Mafia, you on 22.8? See if I can still hear. Yeah, I got 22.8 up. Where are these radials at? Cyclone, glad you enjoyed it, man. So, real world, yeah, these trees aren't here. Real world Eureka. Oh, man, I feel like we should go look for fish or walk out here. Much faster to drone cam around, though. So, in real life, I actually have a video. Well, on the next stream, if you guys here, make sure you guys come early for the next Tour de America stream, because I will play the video that I have departing this airport here at max takeoff weight. There's no trees here, and there's actually more of an embankment, which can make it sus for long takeoff the other direction. But all right, where are you at? How do you zoom in on, oh, old school plus and minus? Let me load up Vatastic. Let's see. Hopefully it doesn't crash my PC. If it does, I will be very sad. $20 miles out. Oh, they just came over, they're coming over Arcata right now. You guys are slow. At a 12.5. I got an idea. How do you change the drone cam speed? I was going to go look for him this way. Respect your elders. You guys haven't even crossed Eureka, though. Or, excuse me, Arcata, right? Y'all are way out there somewhere in the wild blue yonder. There's Arcata. It's quiet up here. I don't think we're going to wait for them, chat. I think they took too long. So my buddy Jose, or Juan Carlos, we'd fly in here. he would normally get in before me because he was on a different run, and then we'd get in the crew car, and we'd go down to the crew apartment. Which, let me see if I can remember how to get
Murray
there.
traffic. Are you guys continuing or ending here for the day?
Wow, we're gonna park it here for the day. We're gonna install some GPS.
Nice. Think I may have hot started an engine, so I'm trying to figure that out.
Oh, it might be vapor lock. Good luck.
I'm in the turbine.
Is that
Can you
turbine?
freewheel this a little bit to cool the engine down?
Oh, motor it? I don't know if you can motor it. I think you can, just don't turn the fuel on. But there's no like motor switch.
Bring it. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
But they don't have ground power here, so I got to run one engine for the gen.
Yeah, if you go to a different spot, I think then you can get ground power. I don't think you're on an official parking spot.
Yeah, I'm thinking about moving up by the pumps.
So I'm trying to remember. We come over here. So my buddy, we got a ticket. We got a speeding ticket on this road right here.
Do you have ground power where you're parked?
I have it where I'm at, yep. So we got a speeding ticket,
Cool, thank you for the info.
which that was fun to deal with. And then, yeah, this is where we were. Now, I don't remember where from here. This is downtown Eureka, right? So there was like a coffee shop. Man, you talk about this Eureka. It's Northern California. There's coffee shops and smoke shops everywhere. But it was somewhere in here. Somewhere here we stayed. Yeah, I wouldn't know. It's been way too long. But this is where the crew apartment was, somewhere in this area. I'm off to fix my stuck mic. No worries, Fly USMC. Sorry about it. I'll change sticks, and something is going on with the button. I'm using PPT. Fly USMC, sometimes just try restarting vPilot too, because I've actually had vPilot do that to me as well. So it may not be the hardware, man. I don't know if you already tried to restarts or whatnot, but keep that in mind too. All right, Radials, where are you? I should be making radio calls.
Over Arcata, for a flight traffic.
What altitude y'all at?
I'm at descending through 2,000.
Is it descending through 2,000? They got to be close. Can't you turn labels on?
Man, what a screenshot this is.
He's using the Hubble telescope to see the field. Yeah, I don't know if I believe him. Let me see. I want to make sure. I'm going to increase the range. What range do y'all have models on?
Yeah, that's what it is. I just needed a taxi to a parking spot to get ground power.
Nice. Good luck. Glad I'm working for you.
We'll see how that motoring works.
Yeah, just be mindful of the starter limitation. Keep the ignition off and just motor it.
Okay, thank you. I got the book out.
Well, I've waited this long. I feel like I have to wait for him. I don't see anybody. Let's go back to our field.
Right here.
Where's right here? Where's right here?
Over here.
Murray Field traffic, Douglas over 1550 over flight Arcata. With a right-hand traffic pattern 0.
It's Arcata.
Flight
They're still over Arcata? Dude, they are too slow. They are too slow. Radials are dead to me. Radials are dead to me. Well, we don't have a replay to watch, so I don't know what we're doing. Let's go back to our field. Let's go sit on the ocean. Some little zen sound effects. The north end of the bay. I don't know what power they're setting, Wingnut, but they must be running conservative power or something. They're going to need to step it up. I kind of want to turn up... how are we doing? Are we over here still? Oh, look, everybody's lined up. Looking juice. I still don't know why I don't have gear for other traffic. Can almost smell that water. I know, man. I wish there was a mod. I wish someone did a Murray Field scenery to get rid of these trees here. Yeah, they're flying World War II radials. I'm actually going to turn the other airplane sounds up for them. Let's turn it up. That way we should be able to hear them coming when they do arrive. How far out are you, Douglas's? Oh, highball. You might be right. Wait, if they're in 2020... Well, no, I saw them depart, though. Got a fun around Eureka, Arcata, THOMP Direct. Where's that? I'll have to see. Throw it in the Discord, man. I'll take a look at it. I think from here, I think we should go to... We can either do two legs. We could stop in Hayward, which was my old freight base, or we could go one shot down to like... I kind of want to go to Watsonville, because this was the closest airport to where my my grandparents had their place. So they were in Santa Cruz, up here in the mountains. So I kind of want to stop in Watsonville for nostalgia purposes. Fly over the Golden Gate would be cool. Napa would be cool too, but I just don't think it'd be long enough of a flight. I'll have to sky vector it and go see how far it is. I think we'll stay on the coastline. We'll go all the way down. LAX for sure has got to happen. Uh-oh, my view go. Radial on the downwind. I feel like I can hear him. Don't tell me I waited this long, though, and I can't even see him. Half Moon Bay is a good one. We could do Half Moon Bay. We've done it a couple times. We could definitely do it again. I don't see these Douglases, man. Oh, I'm disconnected. What happened? I got disconnected. Reconnect. I got disconnected. There they are. Spotted. Radial spotted. Radials are spotted. All right, so 1,000 footers. Are you guys gonna hit the aiming markers, or are you gonna drag it in like social media pilots?
Gotta do it for the gram, my dog.
All right, so well, I don't know. There's probably trees on short final for you.
We'll cross that bridge when we get there.
All right, because I just want to park the camera where you're planning on touching down. We'll have a competition.
I will aim for the markers.
All right.
And Murray traffic, Douglas Tree 7 Sierra making a base, and then final for runway 30, Murray Field.
All right, let's slow the camera speed down here. Hey, they fixed the going back to cockpit view every time you change that view, which is good. All right, here it comes. First radial is up. Oh, man, I feel like I missed out on having some old school, like, music or something. I don't have any of my old like Viet Cong tracks. No. It looks like he's overshooting the final there a little bit. Check gear.
You're down locked.
Douglas 15 Whiskey, your 3/4 mile called ball. All right, he's got to aim for the markers. Oh, he's coming in way too low. Huh? Oh, he missed him. Oh, he hit him. If his gear were down, he hit him. That timed up with the music pretty good. Now, is he going to stop? He's going to ground loop it. That was pretty funny. Timed up right with the music. Is he going to stop? Wow. Gunship Mafia, that would be a good one, Wingnut. That'd be a good one. What happened to your wingman?
He's doing stuff.
What happened to the wingman? Where'd Vodka go? All right.
Field 6 with Self Whiskey, returning final 30.
Oh. Lock that tail wheel. I don't know if I'll be able to see Vodka, though, because he's in 2020. I don't see him. But I think Steven's in 2024, 2021.
And Murray traffic, Douglas Street 7 Sierra is clearly active.
How's that ground loop?
Great. It's the best.
I don't think I'll be able to see the other one. Well, Wingnut, I don't know, because I think Steven's in 2020, and I see him. I don't know if he did. I don't know if Vodka did something with his model matching or connected to something funky. I saw two of them take off, though. We too low. What's up, Eddie? Thanks for the $2 super chat, my man. Oh, there he is. He's way out there. Dude, you flying a 380 or what kind of final is that? Now we've got the unfortunate sound effects of
He's
that.
keeping on theme with this. He's dragging it in. Nice and slow.
All right. Your wingman hit the markers, dude, right on. So it's up to you, Vodka. It's got to be on the markers.
Oh, yeah. Gotta find the runway first.
12 o'clock. Space shuttle final. Stop aiming down the sights. DC-3 sounds like a drone. Yeah, it does. I know, Dale. It's so unfortunate that that's the sound effects of the DC-3. There's got to be a way to change it. It sounds so bad. Maybe if I'm gonna have to do some testing to see if I can get actual DC-3s to show up. Like change it in VPilot or something. I know, Wingnut. If the sounds came through, dude, how awesome would that be? I mean, I might start flying the radial. Look at the little daisies and stuff here in the grass. All right. He's dragging it in. Oh, he just took out the trees on the approach end. That's already a fail. He already took out the trees. Oh, he just hit the tail wheel. Oh, he's down early. Oh, my gosh. Yeah, he missed it. Unacceptable. I even stuttered my screen out. Oh, now his gear comes down. That's going to be a negative, Ghost Rider. What's worse than a one-wire? A fantail strike? I'm pretty sure you took out a...
That was perfect.
Dude, you took out the trees on final, and I'm pretty sure you landed early.
Those are not trees. They're not really there.
If you can see them, they're there. All right, here's our ramp.
Say they're not there.
Let's take a screenshot. Look at that DC-6 over there. Left window's print screen. I wonder why I get gear on one DC-3 but not the other. That is so peculiar. Yeah, I don't know when the DC-6... Now, he's spawned in. Heck of a ramp, though, dude. Heck of a ramp. What does that say? Drag... See oot? I don't know. I kind of want to get a shot down the flight line. Oh, I gotta take a screenshot. Barry's gotta take a screenshot right in front of That'll be the next thumbnail off the DC-3. I like the little, what is that, a Pratt Whitney logo? Wait, I can hear vodka sounds. Vodka sounds are better. Dude, I could hear your radial sounds, Vodka. But I couldn't hear Steven's. Steven sounded like a drone. But I could hear Vodka's sounds on that one. Let's take a screenshot from the DC-6. Barry never passes on an opportunity to take a screenshot with the retro bird. There we go. Also, I need to. We're going to need to change the outfit. It's starting to warm up, right? I can't take a picture in front of this one because he has no gear. Might have to lose the leather jacket. We're approaching SoCal. All right. Our traditional shot right here. Next to the bird. At the right angle. All right. On to leg 7. That's it, chat. That's all she wrote. We'll wrap it up with that one. Hop back into the bird. We'll shut everything off. We'll disconnect the ground power. And this airplane is going into maintenance to install the GPS 530 Garmin. Well, it's been a lot of fun, y'all. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you to the Radial Engine Mafia for flying our spare parts along on this one. That was a pretty good flight. Uneventful. Leg 6 is in the books. Leg 7 will be next. It'll either be probably somewhere Bay Area, I'm thinking. Watsonville or Bay Area, and then maybe a second leg to LAX during an event on Saturday. I think we should try to do that. So, might have to pre-file and take some extra gas. But I kind of want to do it. I think we should do it. I don't see why not. It's not against the rules. If I want to fly my Duke into LAX and get in and out, I don't see why I can't. So, all right, y'all. This has been fun. You take care. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. I'm off tomorrow. I'll be out flying the real bird, and we'll be back on Monday. So, stay safe. Stay healthy. I'm V1. See you soon, chat. Soup!